Good morning. Today's forecast obviously is sunny and cold. It's gonna start getting colder and colder as Santa Claus drops temperatures as he prepares for the ice landing. Woo woo! We also have a heavy presence of military activity here, and I mean, they're using all the technology, camouflage, stalking, high radioactivity. I mean, hey, maybe I am who I say I am, huh? Oh, I love it. And I'm like, y'all know y'all have a smell, right? And they're like, what? I'm like, all military people and FBI and all that kind of stuff, they got this smell to them. But you know it's them. It's like you have petrified insides, right? And you want to camouflage it under something. Floral scents. I'm like, y'all ain't hot. Y'all ain't scared nobody. Y'all ain't scared nobody. Do you know the sun is a powerful tool? More powerful than the weapons that we gave you. Yep. I just heard shit. Look at this crossroad here. That's beautiful. Ooh. I talked about this briefly, how Ajay was started to form yesterday, and there was a bunch of crownings. Yesterday, and I've been receiving petitions all morning and yesterday of masculine. So let me tell y'all secrets from the Batala's here. Oh shoot. He always does that. To get my attention, he'll send like a bird to fly across my path. A white bird. Shoot. Okay. Hi. You gotta sit down, Mama. You gotta sit down. Okay, well, we'll sit in front of this tree so you can hang out with me. So it's very, very hard to initiate under the power of Yummy. Like, I'm not talking about like you're just run-of-the-mill chicken noodle. I keep this on me to pay souls to do stuff for me. So there's several petitions that can be done from the feminine standpoint, but in order to initiate to get the power, so like everybody is everybody is a bird. You have a spirit animal, or your consciousness can go into a bird, right? Just your bird, whoever bird. If you see a bird that always follows you and stuff like that, or just random birds, right? But the Yummy has the power to access all of the eyes of birds, right? So since they can, good morning. Since they can see through everything, you have to get petitions. So it has to be a masculine position from a king, a priest, that says this person has initiated or has awapele, has good character, and I am nominating her into Yami. So the difference is the mother breaks off a piece of her cake, her power of her melanin, and secretes it and gives it to the women up the Kundalini, right? And a lot of people think that, accessing the Kundalini, can be considered rape. However, it's not considered rape if it's the mother, because she has the keys, right? Because you have Obatala and you have the Yami, you have the balancing act of the yin and yang. So Obatala has keys to all heads. If you don't have good character and your character is sucky, that means that you're not following the path of Obatala, which means you're not following the path of knowledge, which means you have an open ori, you have an open head, right? Which means that you have to either seal it up with good character. Hello, good morning. It's the beavers. Good character to get Obatala back on your head, because he owns all heads, but he the ones who have not rotten morals or rotten characters, Yami is then accessible through ki. But the thing is, Yami can't access your head until they are formed. So when you get together and you see, the women, and you're like, okay, well, hey, I need one woman who is going to partake as so I lock my ori because there's too many prying eyes here. So what was I saying again? So one person can petition to say, okay, hey, yeah, we want you to be a part of the Iyami, right? And then, hello, good morning. So then we, after we get the woman, we have to say, okay, well, who is going to be your main spokesperson? So I'm only going to speak to one person. I'm only going to speak to one person to get information to all of you guys, right? And so that person, I then send a protective snake. And this is what's very important. This is how a lot of kings and queens are crowned in Kemet. The snake comes out of the mother's head, goes into the third eye of the leader, whomever wants to be the crown, goes into the third eye, goes around in a circle, and then comes back out, right? And then so it's going to sit at the temple of her. So if anybody get out of order, this is why the court say, you're out of order. You're out of order. So if somebody gets out of order, then that snake has a striking force of 1,000,000 suns. Not really, but she has the ability to put you back in line, because if you make the mother get to a certain, what's wrong? I thought you liked being outside. Oh, it's a puppy. I see those kinds of dogs online. They're pretty rare. Wow. What was I saying? See, people be faking out here, like heck a fake. It's crazy. You don't want your shoes on? Okay, I'll take them off. If you want them off, I take them off. Okay. So then she then has the right to strike, to freeze. She can then freeze time. She has the ability then to freeze time. She has the ability then to speed up time. She cannot go backwards, because the only way to go backwards is we might get stuck in the past. Anyway, I was talking about all of this yesterday with my boys, and I'm just reconfirming some important details from that communication yesterday, because even you know, because I have the spirits in me, right? So I have a journey of spirits inside of me, and they use my vessel to communicate. So I have a lot of power. Power needs to be balanced out. There has to be checks and balances. I don't care who you are, when you are, if you are Oso Ajay, if you are fucking whatever you call yourself, there has to be a balance, right? So, of course, Oshun takes the main power bank. She takes the power bank, because there's there's the money bank, the power bank, the source bank, and then there's just a bunch of other little like subsidiaries to the main branches of the banks, right? So I have access to the gold bank, which recently did, and it's like, if you, let's just say I have a treasury department right in front of me. If you don't pass over the keys to the gold to put back into the memory bank so the mother can regain her memory, then not only does the collapse come quick, the collapse comes and then it affects your lineage for a long-standing point of time. So that means that you are going to be trapped in a certain region of time, where you can't get out of time, right? So, rewind. The formulation of Ajay, so it's hot. It's very, 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 very powerful when you send that energy. And the Ori has to be calmed down. The Ori has to be baptized in the river by the mother to cool the heads down. So this is why it's important for people to show up on December 20th. If we are formulating, or December 30th, I don't know why I said 20th. 20th may be something going on, but December 30th is a very important day. So we cool down the Oris. The mothers can then start to petition to make more women the mothers. And how it happens is, this is so funny that this happened yesterday, because I was on live and I was like, oh shit, they fucking know. The mothers, in order to get married to Iyami, in order to get married, they gotta wear white to it, right? But the head wears black, right? But Iyami has a very, 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 very tough time with everything, because you're burning down your full force of you, who your personality is, right then and there. And the mother is rebuilding you, and then she has to go all the way to Orun, talk to a divine for each of the heads over Mila, and then Olodumare, to pass the Oris back to the women, to pass the energy back to the women, to allow them to be, to be rebuilt, basically. Their whole structure of their old personality has to be rebuilt. Hold on, let me show y'all my river. In the cold, it's just as beautiful. Orilla, yo! I like to do that when I know that I'm gonna get angry that day. Walk by the river, say the little call, and then eventually I'll be able to use that river, because it turns into like a cyclone. The water comes up from a cyclone into my head and then rinses it out. I love it. So anyway, yesterday was a really, 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 really scary day for me. because all of the mothers got onto one agreement because Shango was missing. I'm talking about his spirit was missing. I don't know what happened. Oh, wait. I think she said something about like him being trapped in Ethiopia or Eritrea or something like that. We're about to lie here again. I see you, Baba. Good to see you. So okay, what was I saying? So he got stuck somewhere, so I couldn't get her to calm down, because in order to complete any of the rituals and stuff that Yomi does, Shango has to bless the women with his presence, with his fire, with his lightning rod. So when he was not there to bless the women, she's like, okay, well, I can't complete this ritual, which means that I'm going to fucking burn this earth up. I'm going to send the asteroid to go quicker. I'm gonna send the wave, which the wave was, don't talk about it, okay? I'm not gonna talk about that shit. But the 4 women, it's not 3, 4 women, sit down, mama, when combined and all on the same page. So let me talk to you guys about my straw men, like the people that I am, right? So I created Prophetess Razan on Instagram for mainly the deities to speak through there, right? And I was like, I need to keep you guys separated because I still have to maintain my personality, because, you know, I can't be, you know, posting the scary stuff that y'all want me to post on my main page, because people are already afraid of y'all and how powerful y'all are. And they you know, allowed me for a little bit to have my page. And then yesterday, that's the 3rd time. Oh, that's telling me to turn around. Okay. So this is a cute little area. So dang, I keep forgetting what I'm saying. Anyway, my personality, who I feel that I am, is Zanisha Z. I have Z Girl, right? So Z Girl is mainly for the balancing of the energies, because I can then tap into all of them and be like, okay, well, all of them makes Isis, the goddess, right? When you combine all these goddesses together alchemically, you're creating the Supreme Mother. So the Supreme Mother has to have this many crystals at her disposal, this many diamonds, which I had to finesse the system a little bit. If you ever have a small blue stone, I forgot what it's called, it can be turned into multiple diamonds. Or I have a very powerful masculine who is very good at manifesting diamonds for me to be able to run this person, this matriarchal heavy hitter, right? She runs on diamonds. This is why I say diamonds are a girl's best friend. Diamonds are, yes, a girl's best friend, but the heart chakra of the Supreme Being is ran on diamonds, right? So the masculine then in turn takes the mother's hand and her energy and places them within her temple. Her temple has to be okay, so how do I explain that? Her temple has to be rebuilt. Hold on, I'm around a lot of people, so I'm gonna code everything now. Her temple has to be rebuilt from
never know which one is going to do that. Or you never know.
her temple has to be rebuilt in physical form for spiritual purposes. Because if you can ground the personality of the matriarchal goddess Isis, right? If you can actually ground that power, she then becomes the supreme elephant that sits on the how do I say, sits on the holes of certain regions. Okay, so sits on these big portals. They're huge, big portals. So she'll sit on these portals. Sit down, Mama, we're going home. She'll sit on these portals. I can't pick you up and do this and do that. Nope. 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 I can't do it all. But I can sit you down and get you this. Huh? You got it. Cry then. She sits on these portals so that nobody else can come back up from them, because then that makes it the access, them able to access hell to be able to access heaven. But she plugs it up because she grounds the knowledge in physical form. She like legitly turns her certain, oh, 2 ducks just flew my path. What does that mean? I'll have to look it up in my body. Jeez, Angel. Here, stand up. There you go. Anyway, so then if you want to crown, so it's a whole different story when you want to crown also Tibiaje. And also, however, has a whole difficult time because you have to have saved 2 times. No. I know that's for the red. You have to have saved, I think, 4 times your weight, because it's going to be double the feminine. So the woman has to have 1 for black, 2 for red. So the blue also has to have so 2 for red, because they're going to be blue. I think it's 2 times your weight in gold. That was set aside by your feminine, or set aside by your mother, or set aside by your grandmother, you know, and passed it on to you so that you can initially initiate into this. Because if anybody has ever crowned a woman or man that was initially intended to be crowned under Yami, that is dangerous. Like, that's very, very dangerous, because she can't put a crown on the head of anyone if they've already been crowned. This is from the feminine perspective. The masculine has to get certain, I'll say, badges in order to get even noticed by Yami. They have to have certain badges, right, to be within that course, right? So then, if you think about it from this perspective, once you sit down, Okay then. You're getting into dangerous territory, my love. Dangerous territory. You want to take off your coat? Okay, hold on. Let's take it off then. That better? That better? Huh? That better? Okay. So I'm gonna not talk about this anymore because it's a very private ceremony and very secret. I was just trying to inform you guys of basically the gist of how to do it. The gist of how things have been going for that one. But it's very important because when we do our march, we have to have the masculine, the feminine, the masculine, the feminine. Angel. Anyway, I can't do all of this, girl. Well, maybe. We have to have the masculine, the feminine, the children, and the kids all on one accord. Okay. So there's a bunch of dreams I had last night, but I'm not going to talk about my dreams because that was on a private note. Next, in order to be Ajay, you have to understand that, one, you cannot smoke cigarettes. You can't smoke cigarettes. I'm going to tell you why. You can't smoke cigarettes because if you know what the smoke of the tobacco really is, women aren't supposed to really smoke it. I'm not going to go into it. I think the main thing you have to do is research plants and research the cancer-causing chemicals that go into cigarettes. Because if you are... Oh, let's get out of her way. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You asked for a nice car.
Yes, we are. You too. I like your hat.
Good morning,
Say
sweetheart.
hi. Hola. Nice to meet you. That's like really cool, huh? Like a car.
It is.
Vroom, vroom.
And a seat,
Here, sit
anytime you
down.
get tired, you
Right.
can turn around and sit down.
Right.
Bye.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good day. So that's a very big thing. You can't smoke cigarettes. And because you're accessing, no matter what happens, if you are Ajay, you have to access the male kings. And kings have a rule of the type of women that they can have as their, wives, concubines, or whatever you want to call you. What say you? They have rules, and they have to follow them rules. Otherwise, as you could see yesterday, the feminists get together and they're like, oh, they fucking up the honey yield. They fucking with some dirty bitches that's fucking up the honey yield. And if you fuck with the honey yield, you fucking with the creator's milk supply. And then you're fucking with the masculine's ability to alchemize, right? So the honey yield was impacted, and the only way to do it is to resurrect the womb, resurrect the portal, the opening of the portal. You have to get it drained, almost in a sense, like drain the swamp type shit. Ooh, look, the sun. You got to get it drained in order to allow, hi sun, Mr. Golden Sun. So then Jesus got to come. Jesus got to come and open the portal out to, damn, why does he keep calling?